What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another statue unboxing and review. Today we got a custom statue by a newer company called Dream Studio, and this is their Kid Link. They call it Young Link, but I call it Kid Link. From Ocarina of Time, so my second Ocarina of Time. Alexa, shut up! My second Ocarina of Time statue. This piece sold out very quickly. I got this through Kyle Nation, and they took real good care of me, because mine was actually lost in transit, and they were able to quickly ship me out a replacement unit. So very excited to get this. I just realized my hands aren't clean, so I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty. Yeah, I never want to touch a statue when my hands are dirty. So one thing I will say regarding Dream Studio, the actual owners themselves, seems like they don't really care about customers, because originally when these were found out, they were lost like a container, like their direct container. They didn't want to help anyone. They were like, sorry, we'll refund you. And I personally messaged them. I'm like, this is bullcrap. You got to provide us what we were promised. And they didn't give a crap what I said. So that pisses me off. But it wasn't just me complaining. A lot of other people were complaining. And eventually they decided to listen. But when I said something, they're just like, sorry, we don't give a crap what you say. So in that terms, I think the company is a piece of crap. But they did make an amazing product. And I got their Majora's Mask on PO, and I'll probably get their Adult Link, depending how much I like this. So here is the base. Fresh resin smell. Number 146 of 225. So the one thing I really like about this Dream Studio, also I didn't realize this has a light up feature. There's like a power supply button here. I really like the concept of this piece. I think they did a really cool job. You know, like that under base is so cool. So, you know, here is the stone, and this feels, you know, like solid. I'm wondering if this has the light up feature, because there's like a hole in it. All right, that's Navi Link with his. So he comes with a swap out upper torso, so you can display either him playing the ocarina or just standing there with a sword. All right, so there is the lower half. There's this big fence here. Check that out. And this goes here on the side. Like so. Yeah, I did not realize that there is actually some sort of power supply on this piece. Looks like it's a USB-C, standard USB. So this does come with a little display stand, which, you know, is basically like concrete or whatever slab with a little Triforce logo. I will say that Link portrait, looking at it right now, is bigger than all my Adult Link portraits. Like, it's a big portrait. So let's assemble the non-ocarina first. That fits in there nice and good. Honestly, I'm not sure which one does which, because they kind of look the same. As far as I can tell, they're the exact same. I'm sure there's a difference. I'll figure it out. Like, this is labeled B as well. B and A. So one can assume that this will be labeled. Yeah, like this is BR, meaning that, yeah, I did put the wrong one on, so this is gonna go here. I guess we're doing ocarina first, folks. All right, there is a few additional little parts to this base as well we have to add. There's basically two little tree things, bushes, if you want to so call it. One of them fit in really good, but the other one isn't quite. I'm thinking I have it in wrong. Maybe it's here in the back. I think that might be more accurate. I may need to look at photos. You got these big mushrooms as well. All right, I'm gonna do these off camera, they're taking too long. All right, and then here is the Deku Shield and Deku, like kid's sword more or less. This is gonna go on this back because this is the one holding the ocarina. So that fit in there nice and easy. And then here is him holding the ocarina. Nice strong magnets, by the way. So more or less like that. And then it does come with two portraits. Like I said, these portraits are quite big. You know, like this is a huge portrait for a 1/4. I feel like this could be half the size, honestly. And I need to look at both to determine which one's which. Okay, yeah, that is the normal one because the ocarina one, his eyes are closed. That's also labeled A. Like so. Looks really good, no doubt. Let's see, there's actually 3 of these mushrooms, by the way. Yeah, 3 mushrooms, Jupiter. And I'm thinking they're all on this back side. Although I could be wrong. One? Actually, there's labels in here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this says 3. It's kind of hard to see, but that says 5. Okay, so this actually does go right here. Okay. This is 1. Okay, that fit in good. And this one is 2. Of course, I do the far back one last. Jupiter. All right, screw this. I'm removing the fence. And that thing's in there pretty tight. I can get it. All right, boom, got it. All right, looks like there is 2 Deku nuts. Actually, wait, 3. And these you could just place on the base, I believe. You know, you collect these throughout the game. So that's a nice, cool little Easter egg. All right, and then here's Navi, the fairy that follows you throughout the whole game. You all should know what it's from. I mean, who hasn't played Ocarina of Time, seriously? All right, and this, where does this go? This goes on the fence. So it has like a nice, cool flying effect. All right, and the other leaf thing does go right there. Now on the other Link, so basically done here. He's gonna have just an open sword thing on the back because he's actually holding it. I'm curious on the sword if they went the metal route. Let's see. It is sharp. It looks good, but I don't think it's metal. It doesn't feel metal. So I'm going to say it's not metal. All right, and the bottom cap does come off, so you can insert like so. We'll just get this so I can assemble it good. The eyes are decals, just so you're aware. Cool. Now, this sword does hit the ground, just so you're aware. Like that hits the ground, as you can see. Even if he's holding it at the very top, the base is not tall enough. All right, just make sure we got everything. And I believe that is it. Nothing else, right? There was a, oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. All right, yep, that's it. So this is everything it comes with. No art print. Wasn't sure if it came with one, and nothing additional. So you got the 3 little Deku things. Does come with this card COA, which I'll throw. It does not come with the COA holder. This Link is definitely a big kid Link, I will say. In terms of presentation and packaging, I think Koopa did a little bit better job. You know, like that, if you guys saw that unboxing, they really wowed me with their packaging and everything it came with. You know, you got the COA holder, art print, remote control. Now this Link was priced pretty good price. Now I honestly had no idea it even included a light up feature. So yeah, it's a shame you can't actually, like that sword is gonna have to dangle off. Let's fix everything though for the review. Alrighty folks, so this is everything you get with Dream Studios Kid Link. Here's me for size reference. So it's nice that it's a small box. It's gonna be easy for me since I'm really getting low on box space. He is not he's not gonna be a space hog by any means, this statue. The base is relatively small. you know, my tape measure is not right here, but it's about 12 by 12 inches, and it's about a 15-inch tall statue. The thing I really like about this underbase, so you got the Triforce logo right here in a nice gold that looks good, and then you have, if you have beaten the game, you know at the very beginning you have to go to 3 temples, you know, the forest, fire, and water, and you collect these medallions right here. So it has all the medallions, or actually no wait, you don't collect the medallions at the first, you collect the jewels. The medallions is when you're an adult. So it has the 7 medallions and then the 3 jewels. And these actually look really good, these jewels. They look like real jewels. The medallions look like a medallion. They're very well detailed. It looks like there's like Hyrulean writing or some sort of writing from the gods. And then it's like this old brick, and it's multicolored with light and darker gray. It looks fantastic. I love this underbase. I think it's really well done. The actual base itself, you have a standard Hyrulean filled, you know, like almost road effect, and then the grass is light and darker green in certain areas, and then the bushes that are coming out that you chop, some mushrooms you can gather. Like I said, 3 Deku seeds, this stone you hit, a fence, you know, like a fence you jump over with your Epona horse, and then of course Navi. And I think they did a really good job with Navi, the way she's flying off the fence to the side. I think it's a plastic, like a see-through plastic. It looks good though. No complaints regarding the material. I think it's gonna make so it's not gonna get damaged, but it does look really good. You can't even see the seam. It looks like she's flying. So I like that. Link himself, overall great paint app, good texture work. Looks just like the ocarina looks good. Even the like little Triforce logo on it is painted well. The Deku Shield looks great. Same with the sword. I think it overall looks great. One thing I would have loved to have seen with this, and I may even consider, is, you know, this is Kid Link. One thing Kid Link did to become an adult was pull the Hyrule, you know, the Master Sword from the Temple of Time. I would have loved an exclusive that came with just the sword inserted into the little base, you know, that Kid Link would normally pull out. I think that would have been really cool as a little extra. You know, I love the swap outs. I think it's perfect. You want this and that, perfect. It should have included a Hyrule sword, or the Master Sword, as a little proximity piece to display next to it. Because what would have been cool is you have this, and then the Master Sword, like he pulls it, and then their adult Link, like the transformation. I think that would have been sick. So, like I said, this sword does like touch the ground when you have it like this. Like it is touching, you know, even if I angle this, it doesn't matter the angle, it's gonna touch the ground. So I think they should have made the base a little bit taller to accommodate for that. Let's get some close-ups of the ocarina upper body while it's here before we put on that one, because I do plan to display that body and the ocarina right there. You know, I have some plans, other statues coming in, and we'll check out the light up later. It definitely like has a really good likeness to Kid Link and looks fantastic. The texture work is really well done. The paint app on the green, you know, looks really good. It's light and dark greens. The hair looks good. There's almost like a moss effect here on this stone, which obviously that's going to be the light up. It's going to light up and have a little red in there as far as I can tell. Here's the little, you know, Deku seeds. And I think these look pretty cool. Now you can put them anywhere you want, really. I was thinking of even just, you know, putting them right there like so. You know, and then there is the bust. Like I said, this does hit. So for that reason, I want to display that in the statue. And that was my plan to begin with, is I like this one there and then that there. So let's switch it. And boom, there's the golden shot, folks. That is what I love. Like this. The only thing, like I said, I'd love to have the Master Sword right next to it. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Super, super cool. Overall looks fantastic. I got really no complaints regarding like the sculpt or the paint app or the concept. Absolutely solid overall looking Link. Like I said, I like everything. I just wish it had a proximity master sword piece. I'm going to probably search for something that's in 1/4. Just basically straight out of the Temple of Time. Because what I'd love to do, you know, in a perfect world, is this. To the left, Majora's Mask. To the right, the Master Sword. Then Adult Link by Dream Studios. You know, it's all 3 dreams in a row. Then, next to the Adult Link would be Koopa Studios' Link on Epona. And then to the right of that would be their Kid Link. So it's like a, you know, adult to kid and so forth. I think that'd be such a cool Ocarina display. And then, of course, I'd love to get Ganondorf and Princess Zelda and so forth. But, yeah, this is a solid-looking piece. Like I said, the eyes are decals on this. But they do look good. I got no complaints on decals on, like, this scale and this type of statue. I mean, it's a video game from... When did this even come out? Like, 1994 or something like that? A long time ago. I was a little kid and, like... I think I might have just been in elementary school still. You know, but I did play this when it first came out. I remember me and my brothers, we all were like kind of more or less like playing it when we first got it. You know, I remember getting all the way to the, you know, where you have to go meet the princess at the beginning. And then after that, we kind of broke off and played it on our own, created our own profile. But we played it together that first night. And it was just, you know, I still remember it to this day. And of course, I play this game every few years because it is an absolute masterpiece. Let's go and place it next to Koopa and see how it looks. Alrighty, folks. So it is not a light up. I guess I didn't read the the description too well, but this actually has sound on it, which is super cool. So here it is, all 3 of my Links. As I said, his head is very big. You know, this head is also quite big. But Kid Link is bigger and about double the size of that Adult Link. So, you know, like, you know, it doesn't really scale good with this, considering this head size. The body size also does not scale good because they almost have a similar body size. You know, it makes me question, like, is this 1/4 or is it 1/3? Because that head size, like, that head is bigger than any of my giant orcs. Heck, it's bigger than Bruce Lee 1/3. It's absolutely monster. You know, it's bigger than those 1/3s, like Shazam. So, kind of makes me feel like this Kid Link is more 1/3 versus 1/4. Granted, I do like the size of the whole, you know, statue. I think it's a really good size. And I think that looks great. That doesn't look like a 1/6 or anything. I owned a 1/6. This is substantially bigger, you know. But it's definitely a big statue, and I feel like I do want to display it separate from this with Majora's Mask and their Adult Link and have that as like its own display. And then this Koopa with its own and Blue Link. I need to figure out, but let me show this to you. So there is a little button back here. Watch this. That is actually quite loud. Just so you're aware. That is a life-size ocarina, just so you're aware. I don't know about you guys, but I remember every one of these songs. Gives me goosebumps. Zelda's Lullaby. Song of Storms. Alright, so I believe that's all the songs, because now it's like repeating, you know, the main one again. Let's see if it goes back. I don't know if it stops automatically either. That's her song right there. Yeah, it seems like it's just going to go on repeat at this point. So, let me see if I press the button again. Temple of Time. Alright, yeah, so once you press the button, it turns off. So, that is a really cool feature. I got to give it to them. I didn't know it even had that. As you saw, it played about 6 songs. So, that's really cool. I like that. I like the swap out torso. Absolute solid looking overall piece. I just think the scaling's off. You know, because like if I look at, you know, another kid statue, I mean, this is Kid Gohan. Granted, he's even older than Kid Link. But like, look at the head size. This body's a little bit bigger. But that head just makes me feel like it's a 1/3 scale. Now, fortunately, their adult Link and Majora's Mask look like they scale very good with this. But if I was to like display this like this, it does bug me. Considering how big that Kid Link is compared to all my other Links. You know, even the one to the right, which is a larger Link, it's still bigger. You know, that one right there, the one Link to rule them all, has a big head. Like it's bigger than Ganondorf and Princess Zelda. So, I mean, it's a both pro and a con. The thing with overscaling, I like bigger because it allows you to view it better, but I don't like bigger when it looks out of scale to other statues. It's like the Prime 1 Predator. You know, it's out of scale, but it looks amazing. This is the exact same scenario. To me, this looks out of scale. It may be accurate, maybe those are all underscaled, I don't know. But to me, Link was always kind of a shorter dude. Anyways, folks, this is a solid overall piece. I'd probably give this a solid 9... like 9.5 out of 10 for what it represents. 9.5 out of 10. That's a solid score in my opinion. But huge shout out to Kyle Nation for taking care of me. I absolutely recommend them. Victor Montez is an absolute just stud and takes care of his customers. So thank you, Victor, for taking care of me and getting this link to my collection. Now we're going to get Majora's Mask, which looks like it's, you know, going to be finished here very soon. And I also pre-ordered that through Kyle Nation. So we'll get that, and I'll pre-order Adult Link from Kyle Nation once that's up. So we'll get all 3 of Dream Studio Zeldas in. You know, to me, I love Majora's Mask, but this also represents Majora's Mask because it's Kid Link. He was Kid Link in that entire game. So that's why I feel like this next to Majora's Mask and Adult Link represents the 2 best, you know, arguably the 2 best Zelda games for me. You know, those 2, Twilight Princess, and, you know, honestly, I tried playing Skyward Sword again. I struggled. Those controllers are so bad. I honestly stopped playing after about 4 hours. I could not stand that motion controller on the Switch. I feel like they kind of ruined it. Anyways, folks, I'll let you guys get back to it. Let me know what you think of Dream Studios Link. And like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.